Hi, I'm Sue Fassler. I'm the Sustainable Facilities Manager here at ESF. I'm also a former student, both undergrad and grad. I've been working at the college for about a year and a half, and I manage our custodial, mailroom, stockroom, shipping and receiving, grounds, and garage divisions. I'm also a very active member of our sustainability division, which is my favorite thing to talk about, especially zero waste. So if that sparks your interest, please reach out to me. But today we'll be going over a few of the key things in each of the divisions that I manage that pertain to operations on campus. So things like custodial, frequency of cleaning, especially in these COVID times, and also how to reserve a vehicle and things like that. So first we'll talk about work orders. You may be out and about on campus or settling into your new workspace or office and notice that maybe it hasn't been cleaned up to your standards. You need a piece of equipment or furniture moved, you need a picture hung, maybe the air conditioning isn't working or it's too hot or it's too cold. Things like that should be submitted through our work order system, and a member of the facilities department will be assigned and then follow up and complete the task. So this flyer, you can click that first bullet link on this slide to see this in the larger version. It runs you through a step-by-step work order submittal process. You can actually submit a work order by visiting tinyurl.com/ESF work order or visit the ESF website via the link in the second bullet. We do have a submittal password, and that is OKI with a capital O. We do have a rather large number of fleet vehicles that the campus community is able to reserve. So we've got sedans like Priuses, we've got vans, we've got trucks. So please, if you want to reserve a vehicle, always download and use the most recent vehicle or bus request form that is found on the Facilities Garage webpage, which is linked on the first bullet. This form, especially since COVID hit, has changed every few weeks. So it's really important to make sure you're always using the most recent and up-to-date form. All vehicle and bus reservation requests should be submitted to vehiclereservations@esf.edu. This is an email address that is monitored multiple times a day, so you should always get a response within 24 hours once you submit a reservation. So some things have changed due to COVID. Vehicle capacity has been cut to 50%, rounded down. So say there's a 5-passenger vehicle. It now is a reduced capacity to 2 passengers. If you are responsible for maybe leading a bus trip, you have to assign students a seat for the entire duration of the semester. And we've got templates for that on the vehicles and garage section of the web page. So you should keep that for your records. Masks must also be worn in vehicles and on buses at all times. So if you are in charge of coordinating a bus trip in conjunction with a faculty member, you are responsible for providing masks to every single student on every single bus trip. And so the A&TS stockroom does stock those masks. The contact there is Marlene Braun, and her contact information is included on the last bullet point there. We have a lot of vehicle request FAQs on the ESF website. So that's the best source to go for any updated information for how vehicles may change due to COVID. And also, drivers to reserve a vehicle must be enrolled in what's called the LENS program. That's a university police program, so that link is there as well. If you have a need to send or receive college-related mail or packages, we can help you out. There's a link to our package shipping form in that first bullet, so you'll complete that electronically and submit it to Henry. We never ask our staff, and our staff are unable to handle any types of personal mail and packages. So please never try to send or receive anything of personal nature here to the campus address. We also, similar to the vehicles FAQ, we have one for mailroom and shipping and receiving. That link is there. And also on the shipping and receiving and mailroom website, there's a link to a larger version of this flyer that you'll see on the left-hand side, which really does describe chargebacks and how you pay for different types of shipping on campus. So I suggest that you check that out. Now we'll shift gears and talk about the custodial division. So there's an overview of our routine cleaning prioritization, which was in place, and we'll try to stick to this as much as we can during COVID times. So the cleaning prioritization can be seen to the left. So normally in the academic year, our first priority is to make sure that classrooms, teaching labs, computer labs, and studios are ready to go at the beginning of the day. We then shift our focus to restrooms, and then corridors, stairwells, elevators, conference rooms, interior and exterior entryways, and then you'll note that last are offices and non-teaching labs. Those are things that we get to as we can. A lot of times a deep clean will happen in those spaces during college break periods and during the summer. So we just like to be above board and make sure that people understand what our prioritization is, and also what the responsibility of the building occupant is to clean versus our custodial staff. So that information can also be seen on the flyer to the left. So this is the really short, kind of quick and dirty version of it. If you really want to dig in and drill down to the detail, that link in the second bullet point will bring you to our full cleaning specifications. We also do have a green cleaning policy, which is linked on the third bullet. And it's also important to note that office trash and recycling are collected once a week by custodial staff. And if you need more service than that, you can empty your mini bin in the hallway trash. And I actually have an example of the mini bin. So beginning last year, we swapped out everyone's traditional 10-gallon office trash bin with a 1.15-gallon linerless mini bin. So this will necessitate that you compost, and there are compost bins located on every floor of every building. So it's really helping us with our zero waste initiatives. So for COVID, disinfectant and microfiber cloths are available upon request. You email Deb, and they will be spread all throughout campus. We have great access to disinfectant. So classrooms will be disinfected between classes, and this is a joint effort between instructors and students. It's not feasible for our custodial staff to be cleaning in between every single class and every single building every day. So you'll note that there is a disinfection log that is posted by the door of every classroom, and there's also instructions for classrooms. So most of them will be disinfected with a spray disinfectant, but the larger rooms there will be wipes. And there's also an important distinction between cleaning electronic equipment on campus versus like a general hard non-porous surface like a plastic chair or a desk. So pay attention to posted signage and also specific signage that's located on various wipe buckets around campus. So our most comprehensive FAQ is definitely the custodial one. There's a link there at the last bullet, and I know that some of this can be confusing and daunting, so please feel free to reach out to me. I share my email address in the last slide with any questions that you have. We'll end by talking about sustainability. Last August, we greatly expanded our campus-wide compost program. So you'll notice as you go through each of our buildings, on every floor of every building, we have a standardized set of bins. So every floor has a trash, recycling, and compost bin, and some floors have multiple sets of bins. So it's really important to pay attention to the signage that's on each bin. This tells you where to place each type of material. So it's important to keep in mind, when in doubt, throw it out. If you're unsure of where something belongs, we don't want to contaminate either material stream, so it's best to throw something in the trash, or you can shoot me an email or give me a call to ask any questions. Like I showed you, we have mini bins in all office spaces, and we also have a great partnership with the Trailhead Cafe located in the Gateway Center. Most of their to-go products are compostable, and I will show you those in the next slide. So since we overhauled our campus-wide materials management system, we have been able to drop our trash collection by an outside hauler from 5 days a week down to 3 days a week. So that's a huge accomplishment. Our trash by weight has also decreased by 27% compared to that previous year's baseline, and our recycling by weight has increased by 106%. So prior to the COVID outbreak, we were on track to achieve a 50% diversion rate by about this time. So ESF has a goal of becoming zero waste by 2025, so we're hoping to divert about 90% of what we produce on campus to reach that goal. So along that vein, you'll see on the left side, we do have a compostable products guide for green events, and that will be updated on our website, hopefully by the time you're watching this video. And also, please pay close attention to the signage posted by the Trailhead Cafe and on the bins. So as I've mentioned, the vast majority of Trailhead containers are compostable, but using nothing is always better than using something, even if that something is compostable. So what does that mean? It means that you can still go lower zero waste eating at Trailhead even if you want to get stuff to go. So what you'll do is you'll bring your own reusable container, your utensils, your water bottle, reusable, and so you order your food to eat in. you collect it from the counter, you pack your own reusable to-go container, you return the plate and everything your food came on to the trailhead dishwashing station, and then you go on your way. So instead of using a compostable container, you can bring your own, and that is the absolute best way to eat to go at Trailhead. This slide shows examples of the educational signage that you'll see on all bins throughout campus. So the recycling information was taken directly from the Onondaga County Resource Recovery Agency, that's OCRA. They're the recycling group that handles everything for the county. The trash information also came from there, and it's really important to note at the bottom of that trash flyer, it explains the very few items from Trailhead that belong in the trash. So triangle-shaped containers, utensils, wrap paper for sandwich wraps, and fry containers are trash. Everything else from Trailhead is compostable. So if you're bringing something from Syracuse, or there's an outside event that came to campus that didn't use our compostable products, keep that mantra in mind of when in doubt, throw it out. If you're not sure if something's compostable, throw it away. And if you are at an event and things are compostable, there'll be a little table card to let you know that you should go ahead and put that in the compost bin. So normally paper towels are compostable, and you'll see that you can compost them in every restroom on campus. But if you've used a paper towel to dry a surface and it has disinfectant on it, we ask that you do place it in the trash to avoid contaminating the compost stream. Because Trailhead is such a large part of the compost stream, we made some extra flyers to visually show you what exactly from Trailhead belongs in the compost and belongs in the trash. And you'll see these hanging mobiles close to the Trailhead cafe where you throw your materials in the trash, recycling, or compost. So that is it. This is my contact information. Please feel free to reach out to me for anything that we talked about in this presentation or anything at all. Thank you.